I like it when silver tractors show up in my driveway, you know. Those are my favorite kind to work on. So we're gonna take a look at this in just a second, and I'll explain what it's here for. So we'll get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man. 265 white, an ISEKI Japanese tractor. After white kind of ruined their relationship with Fiat, they had no utility tractor. So they started buying these and labeling them. They sold them. This happened in the era of the gray stripe, because there are gray stripe ISEKIs. This one's a red stripe. And they made several different sizes. I've worked on a handful of them over the years. Yeah, I know where there's a really nice 275 front wheel assist, and he called and I think he wants to sell it, but that's probably more dollars than I care to part with. But anyway, this little feller is here because it has got a hydraulic leak in this hydraulic line right here. Follows the floorboard and it goes up there. And they tried farmer fixing and it just doesn't cut it. So obviously the line is not available. I've searched around. I haven't really gotten any leads on one, so I'm going to take that off and get it fixed. I'm pretty sure that it will be plenty fixable. I've got another idea. If we can't make that work, I've got an idea on how to fix it. But we will take it down there and put it in the shed so we can not have it sitting out in the open, you know. And hopefully they will have it back in short order. I don't think they really use the loader anymore, but they use it, he said, like definitely to bale straw, because if you've never been around one of these, they've got a super duper slow gear. Like you can make them creep, and so they're pretty handy for that. But they bought this new at our dealer, so this has been a local tractor ever since it was new, and that's pretty cool. But we will drive her down there and get to work on it. I hear Jack doing donkey things there in the background, but pay no mind to him. We like this tractor and we're gonna fix it, so let's get it going. I'm trying to do too many things at once. I've got tools in my hand left over from that 40/20 project, and I don't want to make a special trip, so I'm gonna just haul them with me while we go. I think we can make that happen. He already took the seat off and the sheet metal and stuff, so like he said, there's no reason to put that back on, just to, you know, for me to have to take it right back off. So yeah, there's remnants of the dealer sticker. Pretty neat. This line, in theory, only leaks when you try to use the remotes. There we go. The Fiats have one over here. These have one right there. Parking brakes on. There we go. There we go. $47, 14 hours. Wonder if that's rolled over more than once. Tach's not working, so it's probably quit counting, because I'm betting it's got more than that on it, because they use it all the time. There we go. All right, I forgot my mower's in the way, so we got to move that first. But I like these little tractors. They run so gentle. I don't know how to describe it. They're smooth. I mean, I know a lot of people look down on the foreign tractors, but I don't know, the more I mess with them, the more I like them. So we'll get this pulled in there in a second and tear into it. All right, let's attempt to extricate our line here. I don't think it'll be a big deal. Behind that flange, it should have an O-ring on each side, so it's not a big thing, but like anything, I am sure that it's going to be a problem getting all the bolts, because usually that is the case. You know, there's always a bolt where you can't get to. I'm gonna have to get a different combination of stuff already. I can see the deep well 10mm ain't gonna cut it. I need a shallow well and a long extension for those bottom two. This end should just be right here. And as always, these are metric bolts, so we must take precaution not to lose anything. Alright, so there's those four. I'm gonna go grab an extension and a short socket. I'll be right back. Alright, several years back, Gear Wrench offered this that they called the Perfect 10. And it's all 10mm sockets of different shapes and sizes. So today, that will help us out. We may end up switching to 1/4" drive, because 3/8 might be too fat to fly. I might do that one. See, I just can't quite. Probably the outside one a guy could use a flat wrench to do, but we'll worry about that when we put it back together. Right now our main goal is trying to get this loose so we can assess our plan moving forward. Now, of course, there is a strap right in our way. I hope that doesn't leak the whole time. Do we think that it would? I wouldn't think so, because I would think that it only does it when it's under pressure. But I could see something like that happening, just because. Come on. It's also going to be a feat of engineering to wiggle this out of there, I bet you. Because I'm not sure how a guy's going to do that exactly. It's hitting there. I bet before I'm done, I'm going to end up taking all those lines loose. I don't like that idea. I very much like the idea of just... There we go. That gained us some looseness. But is it enough? Okay, this is the fun game that we often play called, what do we gotta do? Well, these three lines are kind of interfering, But what I'm wondering is if I take this parking brake handle off the side of these 2 bolts, if that's going to get me enough that I can flip that out of there. I am inclined to try that before I do anything else, because I think it will be the least invasive way. But if I have to take other stuff loose, so be it. I think if that handle's out of the way, I can pivot out, get enough room to swing that up and get it out of there. There. Okay. Let's see here. I'm guessing 13. Too big. 12. Just right. Oh, the foreign tractors. All metric. All the time. Let's try this. Oh yeah, I think it's going to help us. Lay that down. Then we can get this out somehow. Maybe not. There we go. No. We'll find the right combination. It just, sometimes it takes a few trials and errors to get the right. See, now we're into the brakes. We're into the brakes. I need to drop that down, which it's not letting me do. I'm not opposed to. Okay. Let's try this. Let's go back this way. Let's try getting on top of the brake pedal. Let's not get our wires in there. Go on top of the brake pedal. Top of the diff lock pedal. We're so close. We're so close. Is it gonna play that game that I just love called Don't Work for Any Reason at All? Struggle! Come on, come on. Now I'm trying to help you, tractor. Quit fighting me. All you gotta do is what I want. Well, son of a Knutson. It won't gain me anything to gain me anything to take that panel off. I don't think it's that much more. Yeah, that might be the ticket. I bet I'll get it now. Okay. Let's take this panel off. Now we got all kinds of room. In theory, we do. In practice, it's still playing the game called making life difficult. Oh, how I hate to take all that stuff loose, but I don't think I'm gonna get it without it. I think I'm just screwing around and not gonna be able to do anything. I mean, it's so close to where it would come out of there. But it's just not. So you see what we're fighting is that square will not clear this, all that stuff. And I can't tilt it in. If I could tilt it in, I'd be able to pull it out easier. I'm wondering if, I hate to take these all loose, but I think I might have to be able to get enough. I mean, it's just ever so slight clearance is what I need to make this happen. And I'm afraid that's gonna be what it is. Because if these weren't here, I could pull it more straight out. I could get this in behind there and get the extra room I need to pull it out of there. What fun, friends. What fun. That would just be sadness. Ah! It's amazing how much stuff you have to take loose sometimes just to get something else loose. That's all we're doing. Is the only reason we're taking these loose is to get the thing we want loose. That'll come off. Okay, so ended up taking those lines loose on both ends. Finally got this out of there. We need to clean up his JB weld on here and get that off of there, and then it should be ready to clean up and get it brazed shut. That's going to be my plan A. Plan B is going to be making a block that has a JIC fitting in it and making a hose to go between these two. But we first got to see what kind of wound is on there underneath that JB weld. So that's plan number A. So he was kind of worried that he JB welded this and I wouldn't be able to get it off, but if you heat it with a torch, it'll peel right off of there. JB weld is not invincible. So now we got it back down to the metal. We're going to wire wheel this up and see what the actual problem is. All right, I got her cleaned up, and boy, you can just barely see that crack on the outside. You can actually see it better on the inside, but with you and the camera, I'm probably not gonna be able to get a shot of that. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't think I can get the camera to focus good enough to see it, but it's in that other brazing, like where they made that to that block. You can see it's got a crack. So I'll take that and get it fixed, and then in the next one we will put this sucker back together and they should be in business. So yeah, we'll call this one here. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am, or if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.